Good evening and welcome to the ASD Categorical Classroom Curriculum Night for Van Hoosen 2023-2024. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to be going over a little bit more about myself, about our team, what our daily schedule looks like, what is inclusion, zones of regulation, our curriculum, some school reminders, and better ways to communicate with me. So who am I? My name is Mrs. Koval. That's what everyone calls me at school. I have a special education degree from Western Michigan University. I also have a graduate certificate and an ASD endorsement from Oakland University. I am married to Mr. Koval. We have two children, Mateus, who's 11, and Solveig, who is 9. Mateus is a 6th grader at Van Hoosen, and Solveig is a 4th grader at Delta Kelly. I also have 2 dogs, Sadie, who's 14, and our crazy puppy, still acts like a puppy, Thor, who's 3. What I like to do when I'm not at school is I'm very active. I like doing long distance running, lifting weights. I like to cook if I have the time and read. A cool fact about myself is that my husband is from Sweden, and we actually lived there for 2 years prior to having kids and moving to Michigan. But I did work there at the international school as well. Our team, our ancillary support staff is Nicole Murphy, who is our speech therapist, and Brandy LaMontagne, who is our social worker. They provide speech and social work group on Tuesdays and during 4th hour. The purpose of the ASD categorical classroom. The big thing is meeting the individual needs of each student in all areas of academics, behavior, social, emotional, and communication, especially independent living skills. That's something that we're really starting to work on here in middle school. And that includes just independent skills, socialization, and participation. Our typical day looks like this. In the morning when they arrive, we have homeroom. And during that time, we will have homeroom buddies that will participate and socialize with our students. During 1st hour, we have morning meeting and we have writing. 2nd hour, we have language arts, and 3rd hour math, which some students, your student schedule may look a little bit different, but everyone during 4th hour has lunch. We do yoga as a kind of a reset after lunch and follow that up with science and social studies, which is our ULS program. 5th hour, all of our students have electives. And finally, 6th hour, we are working on those life skills, like I said, those independent living skills. Inclusion. What is inclusion? Inclusion are the opportunities and the purpose for our students to gain their socialization skills and gain more independence and learner skills for all students. This is important not only socially, but academically as well. We provide modifications and accommodations to promote success in the general education setting. We promote social interactions, appropriateness, learner behaviors, and building peer-to-peer relationships, which our students receive in the Anchor program that you may have gotten some information about. And actually, our students just participated in that today. You'll see later they participated on Thursdays during their lunch hour. Positive behavior supports. This is something that's very important in our program. You will see and hear us talk a lot about the zones of regulation. The zones of regulation is a curriculum geared toward helping students gain skills to consciously regulate their actions. That could be any emotion, action that they feel, and coming and helping them to increase their control and problem-solving skills when they may become dysregulated. And you'll see on the zone sheets, you'll see the different colors. So each zone represents a different emotion. And some of our students have experience working with the zones of regulation from elementary school, but we're really working on that again here in middle school. It gives them the tools to, if they are feeling, let's say in the red zone, they're feeling mad or sad or angry. We provide them with different tools that they can use to help them get back into that zone where they're feeling calm and more regulated, or what we call the green zone. And all of those support, or those tools, are around my classroom that you'll be able to see when you come in again. But they are all there visually for our students to see and utilize. All right, the dot binders, or I like to call behavior binders, they are sent home daily with your child. It's really important to kind of take a look through those, but the big thing is on the front, you'll be able to see that each student has their 2 expectations that they're trying to work towards each hour, class hour. And if the student earns or achieves those 2 expectations, they are rewarded with our dollar system. And our dollar system will, after $10, they earn the reward, and the reward is something that they choose. So it really is motivating for them. Such rewards, some students pick mostly as computer time, or we have students that choose to go for a walk, candy, a sensory activity, things like that. All right, so our curriculum, excuse me, is something that's special in my class are the blended services that are provided for my students. So a lot of my students go out for resource classes, and some of those you'll see listed here, but I'm going to go over all the ones that are provided to every student in my class. We have the English language arts curriculum, which is the 4 blocks of literacy, which all of my students in my class participate in that in one shape or form. Some students go out for language arts for what's called Language Live. And then we also have the mathematics curriculum, which some receive equals math and some B math. We also have, which all of our students participate in, is our science and social studies program, which is ULS. So our English language arts instruction, which we call our 4 blocks of literacy, like I said, all of our students receive this in some way. So the big part that I want to get out of it is these nuts and bolts of it, which is basically writer's workshop, which every morning after morning meeting, our students participate in. And it's really driven with the goal that the student is brainstorming their ideas on their own. And like, for example, today students went through and found pictures that they like, and we were trying to describe to them, it could be something maybe you don't like, and you can describe and write about why you don't like it. So it's just kind of opening up their ideas and of what they can write about themselves. We also will have students share their writing pieces on Fridays for Author's Chair. And then reading comprehension is also provided under the 4 blocks of literacy. All of our students participate in self-selected reading, which is Dear Time, which is drop everything and read. And again, this is focused on students picking their own books to read, so they have that high interest and motivation to read. Some of our students participate in working with words, or sometimes you might hear it referred to as making words. And that again is helping with that phonemic awareness and spelling. Language Live, you will see if your student does participate in this, there will be another curriculum video explaining this in more detail, but basically Language Live is a program that focuses on grammar and usage, listening and reading comprehension, speaking and writing, phonemic awareness and phonics, word recognition and spelling, and vocabulary and morphology. The Equals Math program is provided to some of our students, and it is a mathematic program that encompasses pre-readiness math skills, fundamental math skills, so numbers and operations, measurement and estimation, and higher order math skills. BMath, which I have the pleasure of teaching with Laura Coleman. We also have another curriculum video that you can get more detailed information about, but this is a math curriculum that is really cool, that focuses on a lot of hands-on activities, a lot of digital manipulatives are used, and it's really about helping students gain the skills to get them back onto grade level. Our science and social studies program, which all of our students participate in, is our unique learning system. which is the ULS. You'll see that often. Right now, we just started our unit on laws and rules. And all students, and we also in this program will do what's called News to You on Fridays, and students are exposed to different news topics that are going on around the world. I've even learned things about cool events and things going on around the world that I didn't know about. So it really exposes our students to a lot of cool things around the world. All right, so what to expect from middle school. Some of us are coming in as a sixth grader, middle school is new, so school's going to look a little bit different. What you can expect and have some of our students have obviously been experiencing this already is changing classes, which is a big difference from elementary school because they're doing it more often than they used to. But students are doing an amazing job collecting all their materials into their backpack because now students are having, their binders, computers, and all those materials. And they're really doing a good job with transitioning from class to class with that and, independently collecting those materials. Another thing is school assemblies. All of our students will be going to those. We have our Anchors program, which is an opportunity for our students to socialize with their same age Gen Ed peers. In that we have every Thursday at lunch, and then there also will be future Anchor outings. We also have the after school activities that happen twice a year. And again, you'll be seeing a lot of time focusing on growing the students' independence. Our goal is independence and starting to give those foundation of skills for them to have that, especially going into high school and post-secondary school. So with all of that comes just natural changes in our body, right? As a middle schooler. So we're going to be seeing some differences in growth spurts and changes in hormones and eating habits and med changes and sleep changes in puberty. And those are all things that we have to take in consideration when we see changes amongst our children and students. All right, technology. All of our students I know right now have their district issued Chromebook. And we use those a lot, for the VMath curriculum, our students use a lot. We use it. We're going to be starting email buddies. We have Google Classroom that a lot of our students in Language Live, VMath, all have access to that on their computers. If there's ever any issue with your computer, I will try to see what I can do on my end within the school building, but there may be times when your child's computer is not going to be able to get fixed within our school. So you can find all the information on the district website to find where and how to get their Chromebook fixed. All right, just a couple of reminders in terms of communicating with me. Best is through email. You can call me. I have my planning time during 5th hour. If your child is absent, please let me know either through email or calling. But the most important thing is to make sure that you call our main line, the attendance line, to inform them that your child is sick so that they're justified. So you're not getting lots of calls as to, where are they? They're unjustified, those things. The other thing is you'll be getting emails not from only me with the newsletters, but our Viking weekly letter from Mr. Mooney. And included in those are all really important dates that I think that your child would benefit from. So I try to include those in my newsletter, but it's always great to take a look at those as well in case I were to miss something. Again, Anchors program, it happens during lunch on Thursdays. Consider packing a lunch just so that your child has the best and most time out of the experience as opposed to waiting in line for lunch. And we typically go straight from my classroom straight to the atrium where they meet their anchor buddies there. So, and then finally, gym for those students that are taking gym as an elective. You will notice, obviously, the weather is changing. It's getting cooler. Really pay attention to that because as long as it's not raining or snowing, our students will still typically go outside. So it's important for you to provide them with the appropriate attire for that. And finally, again, best way to reach me is through email. I check my email as much as I can throughout the day, but especially at the end of the day, I will get back to you as soon as I can. And basically, I've so far enjoyed your working with your child, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the school year to see the growth in all of our students, because I have already seen it within the first 2 weeks, and I can only imagine what's going to happen in the next couple of months. So again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I will hopefully be able to answer any questions that you might have. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see your students soon. Bye-bye.